In this lesson, I'm going to go over some tips and tricks for Mini Project 2. In Chapter 2, we worked a lot with units and converting units, and we were given a conversion factor to convert our given units into our desired units, and oftentimes that involves some type of multiplication. In this mini project, you're going to be given a certain quantity and you're going to be asked to scale the quantity up or down using a multiplier. And for this project, you are going to have to come up with that multiplier yourself. So I'm going to give you some examples to help get you started. So let's say you're making a recipe that serves 6, and you want it to serve 12. Well, you might see that all you have to do is take your recipe and double it or multiply it by 2 to get 12 servings. The mathematics of that is we're taking what we want divided by what we have to get 2. So this would tell you that you're going to multiply or scale your recipe by 2. Now let's say we have the same recipe that makes 6 servings, but you only want 20 servings. So we know that 6 times 3 is 18, 6 times 4 is 24, so what we're scaling this by is probably going to be in between 3 and 4. But we can use the same principle to take 20 divided by 6, which gives us 3.3 repeating. Okay, so in this case, if you had a recipe that makes 6, but you wanted it to make 20, you would take every single ingredient and multiply by 3.333 repeating. What happens when you want to scale a recipe down? Let's say you have a recipe that makes 30 servings, but you only want it to make 10. You might see that you would take everything and divide it by 3, or the mathematics, again, is you take what you want divided by what it makes to give you your factor. So you would divide everything by 3 or multiply by 1/3, those are the same, to scale your recipe down to 10 servings. Again, let's use the example of 30, but let's say you wanted it to make 8 servings. You would apply the same principle, take 8 divided by 30, this would be, you would take everything and multiply it by 4 over 15 in order to lessen your recipe or to scale it to be smaller. So Mini Project 2 is in Canvas. It is in the modules section for the day it's assigned, and it'll also be there on the day that it's due. Remember that you are in groups and you can communicate with one another about the project. You have 3 total attempts and your best score will count. Please let me know if you have any questions.